this Texas family ranch share their way of life with others as they teach them about cattle production and processing during a Texas-sized, self-proclaimed Grrls Meat Camp. FarmHer's chefs and food lovers gather in Calvert, Texas for the Grrls Meat Camp. I first heard about this all-girls camp a few years back on social media. This sisterhood is made up of women who operate in the field of animal butchery. The group networks via social media, workshops, rendezvous, and meetups. Through the Grrls Meat Camp, I became connected to Catherine Manterola. Catherine's family owns the Bar W Ranch, handed down through her mother's family.
Ever since I was a little girl, I mean, we always worked cows, and you have to help, and we love it. We really love it.
It's a lot of responsibility, I think, to be able to pass it on as it's been done from generation to generation.
Catherine's father, who is from Mexico, also has a family history of working the land.
I think it's very good. It's very nice to keep the family traditions that this area was, settled by these people a long time ago, and we keep going. We keep it going. That's very important for our kids to know their inheritance and where they come from and where they're going. And this is home, and that's where we want to be.
So you guys just work to move all of the mama cows and the calves
Yes.
into these catch pens.
Yes.
So now what's going on behind us?
Now they're being separated. The mothers and the calves are being separated. These men are doing that. They'll be in separate pens. The mother cows are nervous because they don't have their babies. They can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So you really have to be on your toes. And we'll work the calves.
Yeah, you can hear they're nervous back there.
Yeah, the cows can be very dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I get it. Those are their babies.
Oh yeah, they're good mothers.
Yeah.
As I watch them work, I can't help but notice how close Catherine's sister, Sally Jane, works alongside the cowboys.
My favorite thing about being here is being able to work with all my family. Like, I'll go out and work with my dad, or I'll go do something with my sister, and being able to, most kids don't get to say that they get to go to work with their dad. And another thing that I really like is how much land and how much potential we have. Like, we could do, our generation, my sister and my brother and I, we could do anything we want with this land, really.
Now the women of the Grrls Meat Camp get involved. These women from around the country are at the end of their week-long adventure of learning about butchery.
This is what they're bred for, and what I like is the horse goes here and he goes here, and the guy doesn't even hold the reins, the horse is doing it, and it's cool.
The way Grrls Meat Camp sparks passion for animals on the ranch and food in the kitchen.
I want to know my meat from the time it's born till I eat it, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Right now behind me, the family and the cowboys and the girls are getting ready to work all the calves. So they've got all their equipment set up to tag, to notch their ears. They're going to castrate the males, and they'll give them vaccinations.
You register your brand and you brand your cows so that you can identify them. And it's really a thing, there are cattle rustlers, that come in and steal your cows. So when they're branded, you can identify who's, but the branding is just a touch long enough to color the hair and get the mark on, but it's not like a, long burning thing.
Catherine's knowledge of the land and their animals is extensive, and it's easy to understand why she became the host of this year's annual meeting. But she's humble about her expertise and gives ample credit to the Grrls Meat Camp for its impact.
These women here at Grrls Meat Camp are, they are so talented, and they are heads of the field of butchery and charcuterie and farming and home consumption. I mean, they are really forging the way for people to be more hands-on with their meat. And to bring that to a sleepy town like Calvert is very special for me.
Her teacher was a student of the Grrls Meat Camp founder and CEO, Kate Hill. She shared her story of working with Kate, and Catherine knew she wanted to get involved right away. Now she's the one telling her story, sharing it with other leading ladies in the meat industry.
You have to come here and you have to see it, you know, whereas maybe like a chicken operation or a pig operation would be a little more accessible. With cattle, I mean, this is where they are and you have to be here to see it, and you can read about it, you can see it on TV, but until you're here, like these girls that were in there this morning, you know, just watching and asking questions and being there, it's like that's when it's really, really real.
The girls wrap up the cattle work just in time for another lesson. From the Bar W Ranch, we head into town to visit Jake's Saloon. Kate Hill, the founder of the Grrls and a chef who lives and works in France, made the trip to the U.S. to headline the event and work with the Grrls on charcuterie and butchery.
So right now, Kate is working with all the other girls here, and they have broken down this pig, and now they're trimming it up, and they're getting ready to make sausage out of it.
American style bacon, you're going to cook. So it gets cooked or hot smoked. So you cook that, so it's not a problem. But when we talk about pancetta or ventrèche, it's getting salt cured, just like we're doing these. You don't want any blood, so I would just take off that chain. Most of that, even though there's meat on there, it's
okay. How long have you been doing this?
No, I butchered my first pig accidentally when I was in my early 20s, and we were back to the land in the 70s, and somebody said, "Oh, you're a cook, you know how to use a knife, here's our pig." And I had a book I found somewhere and a table like this, and I just went for it and chopped it up, and really chopped it up. And then it wasn't until about 10 years ago in France I started getting cooking students wanting to come and learn about the butchery and charcuterie. So I started learning myself and working with local butchers.
One of the main goals of Grrls Meat Camp is to connect people with similar passions. But it's also to educate both professional women and home cooks and butchers on ways to better the food system through responsible sourcing and consumption of meat.
When you become more conscious of where your meat is coming from and you see it from a whole animal down, and you realize that, you know, there's not 20 flank steaks on one cow, then you realize what it takes to fill that meat case. When you are more conscious of it, you will find yourself eating less meat, and you'll be eating better meat, and you will be really appreciating everything that you're eating.
There's so much stuff we're wasting, which is so sad, you know? It's like we work too hard as producers to make that product and try to make the best possible. So to think that when I take it to our butcher there, or processor, that he's just throwing that away or using it for some other purpose that I was unaware of, has been very enlightening, yeah.
My knowledge has grown so much about what I'm selling, and that's so much, it makes it easier for me to inform the customer and educate the customer or consumer about what they're getting from us. I mean, it's really nice to know that you have this amazing group of women and their support, you know, just it's hard to describe, you know, it's very difficult to describe. It's just amazing.
Be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss one more FarmHer story, and go check out all the other good stuff we've got right here on our FarmHer channel.